Will this endless rain herald the dawn of a new, water-soaked epoch, forever altering the course of our lives? After 20 days of relentless heat, a torrential downpour lasted for a day and a night. Everyone was over the moon, but little did they know, this rain would go on for an entire year. Crowds at the supermarket entrance were all grins and giggles, splashing in the rain, reveling in the rare respite from the sweltering heat. I stepped out with a bag of pork, watching the rain pour harder and harder from the supermarket's awning. I'm not averse to rain, after all, I was practically roasted alive by the heat wave. But there's a catch, I've got a phobia of rainwater. It all goes back to 3 years ago when I drove into a lake on a rainy night and nearly drowned. If it weren't for the car window shattering, I wouldn't be here today. Ever since, water's been my kryptonite, and even the sight of rain sends shivers down my spine. I checked the weather forecast on my phone, temperatures were set to drop, with the scorching 111.5 degrees Fahrenheit heatwave replaced by a much cozier 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit. But the catch? A week of non-stop rain was on the horizon. Sometimes it rained in the morning, sometimes at night. With a sigh, I decided to stock up at the supermarket. I hadn't hoarded much during the heat wave, but with this incessant rain, I wasn't keen on braving the outdoors. I loaded up on 10 packs of steak, 12 pounds of frozen chicken wings, 3 bags of dumplings, and 4 bags of glutinous rice balls, my go-to comfort foods. Plus, I grabbed a big bag of tomatoes and sweet potatoes, a box of mixed congee, and a case of instant noodles. This haul should last me a week, easy. If I rationed it out, it could even stretch to a month. With my supplies in tow, I hailed a cab back to my place, a 950 square foot apartment on the 3rd floor of a mid-range complex. As I lugged my groceries inside, the rain seemed to intensify, pounding against the windows as if they'd shatter any moment. Outside was a monochrome blur, the rain celebrants had all retreated home. I drew the curtains and dialed my folks. Back home in the mountains, they were feeling the impact of the downpour too. Dad warned me to stay safe, saying he'd never seen rain like this in years. Son, be careful. This rain is something else, he advised. I reassured him I'd be fine and told him not to venture out either. He agreed and reminded me to head for higher ground if water levels rose. After the call, I took a hot shower and hit the hay, only to be haunted by nightmares of being submerged in water. I woke to silence, no rain pounding against the window. Had it stopped? I rushed to open the curtains, and the view outside was a water world. The first floor was flooded, and complaints echoed through the complex. I stayed cooped up, too spooked to face the water. But as I scoured the internet, I realized this rain wasn't just a local thing. It was a global phenomenon, with places that rarely saw rain now drenched. This wasn't just a downpour, it was a harbinger of something bigger, a reminder that we're all in this together, facing an uncertain future. We need to brace ourselves, prepare for the unknown, and stand united against whatever comes our way.